We have written, let me take up each of these figures. The 1.76 lakh crore figure, which is on the 2G spectrum issue, we gave 4 models. Obviously, media will pick up the larger model, and I just told you how we arrived at figure. Okay, that was one. The second was the coal issue. In the coal issue, we came to that figure 1.84 or 1.86, whatever it is. I have written in the book, if any of you care to read it, that if you call that figure sensational, just compare that figure with the government's own evaluation of the price of coal. And for those of you who have not read it, this figure of 1.84 lakh tons, crores, 1 lakh crores, was for, I remember the figure, 6282 million tons of coal in those 57 mines which had been given out in 2005. Okay? Now, government itself, on a verdict of the Supreme Court, on a direction of the Supreme Court, had set up the Central Empowered Committee. Now, you will all recall that forest lands were being given for mining and various activities, and this was being done at the advice of what was known as the FAC, the Forest Advisory Committee. The Supreme Court had set up the Central Empowered Committee to review the decisions or the recommendations of the Forest Advisory Committee and advise the Supreme Court. This was in 2006. One such case which came up was of Orissa, Scenic Mining Corporation or something it's called, where at stake was 400 million tons in 2 mines which were to be allocated to the Scenic Mining in Orissa. You know what is the evaluation that the government, the ministry itself has done for those 400 million tons? I've written my book. Government's own evaluation that 400 million tons was 80,000 crores. And it's a declaration to the Supreme Court. It can't be taken lightly. And we were talking not of 400 million tons or 800 million tons. We were talking of 6,282 million tons. Now tell me, which way can you make this sensational, call this sensational?